Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Hunter, what's going on? Big blue dog. I seem upset. Not really. Not really. Not really. Not really. Not really. I mean, I'm chilling. My voice hasn't necessarily came back 100%, but I'm chilling. I should have did the live last night. After I went to the Lakers and Nets game, but actually forgot my webcam um somewhere else, so I had to go pick it up and then see if I could do it this morning. Well, afternoon now, but we got to review what happened. I figured because my lights, I have to get my lights repaired, so I was going to use the sunlight, and I was like, shit, if I wait longer, I'm going to be out of sunlight. It's 3 o'clock. Sun probably going to start setting like 4:30. Luckily, there's only 4 games to review, so I probably shouldn't be here longer than 35 minutes. Longest probably 45, but here we are. I'm literally using sunlight as light. So as the day progresses, I got to make sure I stay ahead of things so I don't mess around and not have things go in my favor. But Arden, J Money Jeff, Matthew, Tom the Simp, Camarcus, Desi in the building, TJ Singh, Danny, my eye is beginning to twitch, John Doe, Larry J, D Martin, Grave, what the fuck, Shadow, Puff Daddy in the building, Chicken 313, Gray, Jay-Z, oh, pardon me, ZJ, what's wrong with me? Moon, Ant, David Box in the building. I got water. I ain't got no adult beverages. Unless the unchiseled Adonis left something around here. He's actually at work. The matriarchal birth-giving Adonis just so happened to be here. And we're on better terms. But she is to my left. Benzino, Pafavo, said, go, Pack, go. I hated my team lost the way they did, but the Debo clip was hilarious as fuck. Keep doing your thing. How did I get cut on my hand? Yeah, unfortunate loss for the Packers. Of all of the games, that was the most disappointing. Not because it was the only game that I got wrong in the divisional round, but in how it went down. That's the problem that I had, because if you saw my prediction video, the Packers did not, outside of their defense, execute on anything that I had said offensively. So we're going to talk about that. Has it in the building, says pain. Good Lord. Captain Espanol in the building. What's going on, Ricky? How is it going? How is it going? Chess in the building. Hey, Chess Duncan, how's it going, man? You enjoying that clutch? What? Tom the Simp. The only Urix in the building said, can we get a Gano soundbite for all the clutch? Hey, this weekend, shit, I was hoping. If only, well, of course, the Giants would have been nowhere near this spot. But for all the kickers who made clutch kicks, and mind you, the game in Kansas City may not have ended on a field goal. However, a field goal was necessary to go to overtime. So for all the field goal kickers, this one is for you. Never gets old. Never gets old. Love that shit. Absolutely love that shit. I have no clue how long the clip goes, but whatever the case may be, the goddamn kickers did their job this weekend. The kickers did their job this weekend. Never gets old. Mr. Mathematics says, greatest guy to commentate. I appreciate that. That's high praise. Big Blue Dog said, you fail in class because of me. No. You fail in class because of you. First and foremost, you fail in class because you're a Giants fan. No Giants fan has ever found success in their life. I cannot confirm nor deny said sentiments. But you definitely fail in class because of you. Had nothing to do with me. First, how you even fail in class? School is easy. Until, you get to college and shit. Jojo said, do I have my own plate? No, this is my parents' house. This has been my parents' house for 20 years? No, 21 years. We moved in January 15th, 2001. The only reason is I don't have my lights. Like I had said earlier, I don't have my lights. So I usually record right here. And since I don't have my lights, I got to use natural sunlight coming from the back door. Usually that's where the sun don't shine. But That's neither here nor there. So I'm using the sunlight, so I had to go from a different angle. This is actually the same spot that I had beat the shit out of the unchiseled Adonis in. In fact, he was sitting here when he got his ass whipped. Huh. Let me see if I got that video of the unchiseled Adonis getting his ass whipped. Wait a minute. This is the same seat I beat the shit out of the unchiseled Adonis. Where is my clip of beating the holy hell out of the unchiseled Adonis? Oh, wait, let me go find that here. I know it's in my, I know I got it here. Ah, there we are. Let me go beat the crap out of the unchiseled Adonis. Where is, which one is the appropriate video with the JR? I think I need JR commenting. Hunter said, watch unchiseled Adonis give me the receipt. I hope not. Ah, there we go. All right. It was this very seat that I beat the shit out of the unchiseled Adonis. Before we break down the games, watch me beat the holy hell out of the unchiseled Adonis.
Yo, whatever. Did you see this meme? What meme? It says, would you beat your brother up for $1 million?
You beat your brother up from... That's a meme?
Yeah, that's a meme, bro.
$1 million?
Yeah.
Huh. Would you do it?
Yeah, I think I would. I would actually do that.
Oh my God! What the hell is this? What the hell is this? I don't believe this. What the hell? Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch! I don't believe this. Someone tell me why, damn it! This is a relentless, perverse, animalistic attack on another human being. I swear to God, that'll stop your heart. For the love of God, someone tell me this is not happening. But why? My God, I want to know why. We deserve to know why. Good God Almighty, things will never, ever be the same. You son of a bitch. Why? Tell me why.
Do it! Just do it! Do it! Do it! Just do it!
The son of a bitch had it coming. But we ain't talking about that right now. Beating the shit out of the unchiseled Adonis is my favorite pastime. You see, what's funny is, as the younger brother, I should be the inferior one. However, much like Solid Snake was to Liquid, the much more dominant superior. So since that's the case, I make sure to remind him daily that it is I am the face that runs the place. I am the champ that runs the camp. I am the superior that exists here in this house. You know what's funny? I bent the chair on his back. I don't even think we have that chair anymore. Yeah, that chair is definitely gone. So when you beat the shit out of the unchiseled Adonis, you get a broken chair. But then again, he's fallen through several chairs over the duration of his lifetime. So there's that as well. Arden put 2 on, said, I just rewatched the video of what the hell happened on SmackDown. I hope we get another rant like this Sunday, even though I won't be watching because you'll be at the Royal Rumble. Well, there it is. I definitely want to incorporate those live reactions back. The only problem was that took so much time to cut up. But given it's the start of the new year, the first pay-per-view, discounting day 1, will be Royal Rumble. So I'm going to see if I can get my reactions, especially for going live for SmackDown and Raw moving forward after the Super Bowl. So hopefully there will be that. Chop said that the unchiseled Adonis' back is bigger than a chalkboard. Well, goddamn. Oh, wow. Hilarious. The unchiseled Adonis is calling me right now. If he's watching the live when he's at work, that brother going to get fired. Let's see what he has to say. Hello? Yeah, what's going on?
Right now, ain't you?
Yep, yeah, I'm live right now. Yeah, you live right now.
I'm the inferior one?
What was that?
I'm the inferior one?
Yeah.
Oh, you thought that I wasn't...
Oh, you have receipts. Okay, what are these receipts?
Oh, okay. So when I get out of work, we are going to be squaring up in the street.
We're going to square up in the street.
Yep, we're going to square up in the street.
Okay.
And I'm going to whoop your ass till Sunday.
You said you're going to what?
I'm going to whoop your ass till Sunday.
You're going to whip my ass till Sunday.
Yep.
Will you have enough endurance to survive until Sunday? First off, if we're going to fight, I would assume we're going to be standing up.
We'll be standing
So will your legs be able to endure the weight
Oh, yes.
for what is the equivalent of over, well, then again, 3 days would be Saturday. So if we wanted to make it until Sunday, that's over 96 hours. Can your legs endure such weight? And you can't forget about me striking down upon you several clubbing blows after clubbing blow, followed by another clubbing blow.
Okay, that's cool. I want you to understand my orbit is going to pull you in.
Your orbit will pull me in. So I have a question for you, brother. If your orbit will now pull me in to the circular motion in which I'm going around your body due to your orbit's, what is gravitational pull, right? The moments in which I now pass around you and I am going towards your side to your back, how will you be able to strike me from hitting you with a series of clubbing blows?
Because I have the hand speed of a Machamp.
You have the hand speed of a Machamp, so you'll grow 2 more arms. So you're telling me the blubber around your upper body is not actually fat. It's storage for your additional arms.
Yes, it is.
This is news to me. Perhaps I ought to contact Professor Oak because you may be a historic Pokemon that has not yet been discovered.
So when the cross chop happens and you end up in critical hit.
I end up in critical hit. Wouldn't that be you hitting me with a critical hit and I end up in critical position, or I should say remaining HP?
Yes, I'm going to make sure I leave you with 1 HP.
Interesting.
On here talking about beating up the unchiseled Adonis. I tuned into the stream and I see myself getting beat up. That's what you do.
Interesting realization you have here. Quite the proposition.
Indeed. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Justin said, older brother said, Siri play Nuck if you buck. Haha, hilarious. But all right, we will see how this plays out for you, large man. I don't know what your defense for a low kick will be because you're going to be joining Team ACL, LCL, PCL, and MCL when I connect on the low kick. And then from that particular point, you're going to be laying on the floor. And like I said before, from behind, I would be hitting you with a series of clubbing blows. You laying on the floor, a series of clubbing blows. You standing in front of me, a series of fist and feet you have never seen before. Understand, defeat is imminent. But I have a last question for you. What the fuck you calling me when you in work? They're gonna fire your ass. You need this job. I'm a professional stay-at-home son. I ain't got no money. They can't. The matriarchal birth-giving Adonis and the patriarchal seed-providing Adonis can't pay the goddamn mortgage. The IRS sending me letters, student loans calling me live on stream. You've got hospital bills through the wazoo. Why are you not doing your job when you're supposed to be doing your job?
I am. Why are you not doing your job?
I am. I'm live on stream. You supposed to be at work. You talking to me. You watching live.
Answer the phone. You talking to me.
This all for entertainment. But we really broke up this motherfucker. Somebody at the door. We really broke up this motherfucker.
Yeah, I know.
So get back to work, son. Get off the phone with me. Get your ass back to work.
Still whipping your ass this Sunday.
All right. Well, first and foremost, you're going to have to come, find me because, I'm going to be live during the NFC and AFC championship.
Okay, I will find you.
Yes. I shouldn't be too hard to find.
I have a particular set of skills.
You have a particular set of skills?
That I have achieved.
Okay, so number 1 on the skills is eating. Number 2 is not working out. What's number 3?
I will find you. And I will get you.
Oh, you will find me, and then you're gonna get me. Okay, so this is like Taken, but on Wish.com.
This is exactly Taken.
Okay.
And in the words of Gladiator, about to die.
We all about to die. Wait, whoa, what kind of kamikaze suicide mission you on, dog? This brother done went to work and joined the Taliban. What are you doing, son? What you mean we all go die? Wait, there's a different kind of threat. This is a different kind of threat. Is this some sort of homicidal threat you got on your mind? Okay.
No, sir.
We're supposed to fight. We're not gonna fight to the death. Moreover, we're not going to fight in a situation where you're going to try to kill yourself. I know you shaped like a golem, but you ain't got to go out here and use self-destruct. You understand me? Or explosion. It's not healthy for nobody.
Okay, Chief.
People might get caught in a blast radius. What if you mess around and survive? Now you go into prison with half our bodies. Well, then again, it'd be like 75% because your whole body's like 3 bodies in one. So at that point,
I don't want to self-destruct if I'm a golem, right?
well, no, if you golem dies. I mean, Pokemon, there's no way around unless you go. Well, I don't know if the focus band keeps 1 HP, but you survive. I don't know how this works. Okay, this whole conversation went left.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna let you get back.
Yeah, get back to work, son.
Yes, get back to work.
Yeah,
Love you, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love me too.
Oh.
Yeah, you cool as well. You cool. Love you too, son.
Thank
Get off my phone,
cool.
dog.
All
All right, yeah. Fuck out. Whip your ass. Shut up, pussy. All right, so that was 7 minutes. Good Lord, that was a long ass time. Somebody clip that shit. I'm gonna clip that shit. Whatever the case may be, young Chisel Adonis think he fixing to go out here and win some battles and shit. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. Yeah, focus band ain't 100, right? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it says use TM17 protect. Well, there it is. Oh, good Lord, it's a lot. This is very entertaining. I didn't expect this. Money Moore Patuan said he got gear 4th Tank Man powers. Be careful. Hey, he may be built like a tank. I don't know if he got the whole. Well, no, Tank Man is different. Bounce Man is the one who be moving. Snake Man got the arm that be, going all over the place. Whatever the case may be. Me versus the unchiseled Adonis. It's going down. I don't know when, but it's going to happen. Top shot up a 5-1 said, my money is on you, man. I appreciate that. And that's a good bet because I will leave victorious. There's definitely that. Hazard Patuan said, you deserve a donation for that. I appreciate that. We supposed to be breaking down the doggone games. Mahmood Patuan said, oh, chisel, somebody's behind you. Well, I'm fixing to die live on stream. Whatever the case may be, as long as it's not the unchiseled Adonis, it ain't happening. One World said, what's the name of the rant music that I use? Super Saiyan Blue Goku versus Jiren Dragon Ball Z Super. If you type in Goku versus Jiren Dragon Ball Z Super music, you should be able to find it. Mid-tier God said Bengals to the Super Bowl. It's a possibility. We'll talk about that on Friday. Am I fighting against Butterbean? Says Alexander. Well, I know a man who eats butter and also eats beans, but I don't think this man is Butterbean. But that's neither here nor there. Wild card weekend is in the past. Divisional weekend has now since passed, but we got to break down what happened. First and foremost, Bengals, 49ers, Rams, Kansas City Chiefs. Claps in the chat room for the 4 of them. They are moving on to Championship Sunday. Matt Pafavon said, who's Josh Allen, Ryan, Jack, and who's Josh Allen, Ryan, Jack, and Jill went up to Tannehill, Ron Rodgers. They got Dak and Zeke. All took out their Metro cards and they getting aboard the L train. Hilarious that of all of them, Dak had lost 2 weeks ago, but he still got to get his ass on the L train once again. Cowboys fans will forever find themselves getting on there. Now, if your team just so happened to lose this past weekend, it is truly unfortunate, and let me tell you why your teams lost. First and foremost, all right, we got to start Bengals and Tennessee Titans. What did I say in the prediction? First and foremost, I got this prediction right. But what did I say in the prediction? If Derrick Henry goes over 70, the Titans will win. How much did the Titans end with? Or I should say, how much yards did Derrick Henry end with? 62 yards. Dante Foreman-Grail ran for more yards than him because he had a 45-yard burst of all kinds of yardage that he was able to go out there and pick up, right? Now, let me tell you exactly why the Titans messed around and lost. Ryan Tannehill, you talk about this man went out here, played like absolute garbage. Don't get me wrong. In the times that he threw the football to A.J. Brown, things looked all right. But outside of that, Tannehill looked like garbage. A couple of completions over to Julio Jones, things of that nature. But outside of that, Tannehill looked garbage. The Titans defense could not have given you a better performance. They sacked Joe Burrow 9 times. They hit Joe Burrow 13 times. They hurried Joe Burrow over 15 times. The Titans defense, after the opening drive touchdown of the second half, they intercepted Joe Burrow. They forced the Bengals to punt more times in one half than they did the entire game last week against the Raiders. And still, Tannehill turns the football over as the matriarchal birth-giving Adonis just so happened to pass. Tannehill turns the football over 3 times, and they can't complete a goddamn pass. It's ridiculous. Envy put 2 on. Say, ayo, who you taking, Burrow or Herbert? Right now, probably Burrow, because he's gone further. But I can't lie to you and say Herbert doesn't look absolutely magnificent. I think time will tell where they sit. But at the end of the day, we will ultimately find out. They are saying hello. Mother. They're saying hello. She's not paying no mind. But whatever the case may be, it's matriarchal birth giving Adonis, who just so happened to pass right there. Jamar Chase had 5 catches for 109 yards, right? But for all intents and purposes, outside of that 57-yard catch in the first half, Jamar Chase was relatively held in check until Janoris Jenkins absolutely burnt this man when the Bengals needed a first down, right? Well, Janoris Jenkins got burnt by that man when they needed a first down, right? So, the Titans lost this game more than the Bengals won this game. Moreover, when the Titans finally went on that little surge and they scored the 10 points, one thing that was definitely in the back of my mind, that 2-point conversion that they decided to go to when the score was tied 6-6. Derrick Henry had scored his first touchdown in almost 3 months. For whatever reason, these dudes decided, let's just go ahead and rather than kick the extra point, we're the best red zone offense in the league, let's go for 2. Don't go for 2 unless you absolutely have to, boss. I don't understand the thought process. I really don't. The Titans did it to themselves, and personally, they deserve to lose because they went out there and they found every way to lose. Just said, Mama Adonis off. Yeah, she almost did. I heard her say, I heard her use an expletive that she usually doesn't do because she's a, God-fearing woman. But you okay? I saw you almost fell back there. You all right? You're only 87 years old. You shouldn't be tripping and stuff. But whatever the case may be, the Titans took a terrible L, dog. They took a terrible L. And ultimately, just like the Ravens were in 2019, they don't win a playoff game. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. But they need to do a better job. No, she's not 87. She ain't up there. But she's actually 103. But whatever the case may be. The Bengals with a pivotal victory over the Titans. I blame the Titans 110% for that loss because they should have beat the Bengals. The defense, everybody in that defensive room need to whip the offensive side of the ball ass. On top of that, Derrick Henry had 20 carries, 62 yards. Foreman had 4 carries, 66 yards on that magnificent run, right? What happened the very next play? Tannehill throws an interception. Running the football carried you all the way down the field. Run the football again. The play action fake there wasn't even believable. And I talked about it on the commentary. Had they gave the football to, Danny said, you're not going to move out. If I had some money, I would. But had Tannehill gave the football to Dante Foreman, we have a touchdown. Well, I should say not we, but the Tennessee Titans have a touchdown. Because I showed it in the commentary in slow motion. If they gave the football to Dante Foreman, he walks in for a touchdown because it's him one-on-one with a cornerback most likely. Even if he doesn't beat him, they're now inside the 5 because he had nothing but a head of steam. Titans did it to themselves. They truly should be ashamed of themselves. They should be. Defensive side, I got nothing bad to say about you. Offense, y'all should be ashamed of themselves. Bottom line, Vin put 2 on it. Said sunlight behind you, left shoulder so bright. Indeed it is. I should probably, if only there was somewhere to, cover. Oh, shit, the sun's going to start to go down. We going to get a little grainy. Drunken said, I'm making over $100K a year with that sweet YouTube money. If only that was the case, dog. If only that was the case. Whatever the case may be, moving on to the next game. Eric said, I hope you're not staying in NYC. Tax too damn high. That's exactly where I'm living right now. One's the reason why we ain't got no doggone money. And we need Unchiseled Adonis to keep his minimum wage paying job, unless he's going to call me again, because the Lord knows he ain't getting minimum wage. Whatever the case may be, that brother need to get paid more. All right, too damn old to be getting what you get. But 49ers Packers, the most disappointing game of the weekend. What did I say in my prediction? Lazard, at the time I thought maybe MVS would be back, but he wasn't. But Lazard, Equanimous St. Brown, and all of the others not named, Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones, would have to step up. Did they step up, ladies and gentlemen? Absolutely not. A.J. Dillon, 7 carries, 25 yards. Right? Alan Lazard, 1 catch, 6 yards. You know who else caught the football? Aaron Jones, 9 times. Devontae Adams, 9 times. That was it. Aaron Rodgers was 19. He completed 19 passes. 9 went to Adams. The other 9 went to Jones. Nobody else caught a pass outside of Lazard's 1 catch. You got to do better. You got to do better. Now, there was a moment in the fourth quarter where Rodgers completely choked. When he threw it into double coverage down the field to Devontae Adams, Alan Lazard was wide open over the middle. You would have probably got a 40-yard gain that could have became a 50-yard gain, because the corner who jumped off to go guard Devontae Adams as he was running towards the safety, he would have probably had to come step up, and given the angle, Lazard would have been deep inside 49ers territory. But is that what happened? Absolutely not. Top shot up for 5 on us. I can't lose the NFC Championship if you don't make it. Ain't that the truth? Omega, put 50 on it. Much love, Omega. A.J. Dillon suffered cracked ribs. Indeed he did, though. That was very unfortunate. He scored the touchdown, and then he was pretty much done for the rest of the doggone day. But Rodgers had no business forcing the football, because knowing Rodgers' characteristics, he ain't that kind of quarterback to go out there and force the football. Did not make much sense. Too many missed chances. I'll give all of the kudos in the world to the 49ers defense. All of the kudos to the world in the 49ers defense. They hurried Rodgers. They sacked Rodgers. They hit Rodgers. They did their job. But Rodgers needs to play better. He's way too good of a quarterback to go and put out the performance that he put out. It's very unfortunate that they ended up losing the way they did, and they should be ashamed of themselves. 49ers offensively didn't do shit. Jimmy G had 131 yards. He got sacked 4 times, so you had to take that down to like 106 total. But the run game was relatively shut down. This was probably one of the best defensive games the Packers defense played all year. All year. Jimmy G had George Kittle wide open in the end zone. He threw it late. It got picked off. Both quarterbacks, garbage performances, bruh. Both quarterbacks, garbage performances. Deebo Samuel was held in check. The Packers defense actually held Deebo in check. And then, when you need a stop on a 3rd and 7, Deebo gets the handoff and he takes it for a first down. And last but not least, special teams. The Packers special teams was looking very special. And when I say special, I'm talking about the kind of special that's on a short bus. The kind of special that's into special education. The kind of special that costs you games when you need somebody to just do their job. You can't cover a damn kick return. You can't block when your guys are trying to punt. You can't block when you're trying to kick a field goal. You ought to be a goddamn shame to yourself. It don't make sense. Alente said, "Di mami, di he subjumu a fini." Well, yeah. I would hope it's done. It's the 26th of January, so I would hope it's done. I think it is done. But Mom, the people said hello. The people have said hello. Do you want to say hello to the people? No, you don't. You don't. Oh, you said hi. Yeah, she said hi. She said hello. She would walk over here, but she's 94 years old. But whatever the case may be, it's wild. I don't understand how the special teams performed at the level they performed at, it was very, very, very saddening. They should be ashamed of themselves. They should truly be ashamed of themselves. You line up with 10 people. If Robbie Gould makes the field goal, which he's never missed a kick in the postseason, whether it's been extra point or field goal. If he makes the field goal, your season's over. You have 10 people on the field. 10. Packers special teams coordinator needs to be fired. If he hasn't been fired already, brother need to be fired before the end of this stream. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Danny said, what's the real age? Y'all will never know. 40 years older than me. OJ put 40 on it. Said, I think, or put 4 on it. My apologies. Said, I still think about that bad play call by Todd Bowles. We're going to get to that. But it really don't make no sense to me how the damn special teams performed that terribly. Offense, special teams, both need to be slapped around in that locker room, bruh. And you know what's crazy? The Packers missed their last chance. They've missed their last chance. Where is Liquid Snake when you need him? You've missed your last chance. You'll regret that forever. That's exactly what happened at the end of that game. Offense, special teams screwed the Packers out of another trip to the NFC Championship, bruh. Screwed them. Rodgers should be ashamed of himself for trying to play hero ball on that last drive. Rodgers never makes that mistake. And mind you, the pass rush was getting to Rodgers damn near all day, right? Where he was under duress and making bad decisions. This time, he had about another second and a half. And Rodgers is notorious for extending a play. All he had to do was just wait there. You know Lazard's running underneath. You saw the corner go deep. Wait. Lazard's running wide open. Bam. Hit him. I don't understand, bro. They should be ashamed of themselves. That was their best chance. If I'm not mistaken, they the second highest over cap in the NFL. They can't pay a gang of people. It's over for the Packers. It is over. Unless it's the same situation that happened with Favre to Rodgers. And let's just say Jordan Love is just as good as Hall of Famer to Hall of Famer to now, perennial Pro Bowler turns into legendary career, possible Hall of Famer to solidified Hall of Famer. The Packers right now with the immediate future, shit not looking good for them, dog. Albert, put 5 on, said Green Bay special teams was exposed against Bears Sunday night, in my opinion. Oh, they were exposed throughout the whole season. They could not stop kick return, punt return. They had kicks blocked. They've had punts blocked. These guys were ass all year. In fact, I think the announcing crew had mentioned the special teams coach or Matt LaFleur or somebody had said, as long as special teams doesn't mess up. Like, how do you know this coming into the game? How have y'all not made the changes? What's wrong with y'all? Aaron Pafava said, Rodgers is just NFC. Peyton Manning, fantastic regular season. Always comes up short in the playoffs, regardless of whether it's his fault or not. Correct. Because as a Peyton Manning fan, watching how he lost in playoff games was so painful, dog. So painful. Because sometimes it ain't your fault. Sometimes it is your fault. But at the end of the day, who you blame? The quarterback. But that's it for the Packers. They are on the L train, written down in the Death Note. Next up, Tampa Bay, Los Angeles. I predicted Los Angeles to win this game, right? They almost choked. They almost turned into the Falcons. This should have never, ever been close. Cooper Kupp couldn't be covered. Odell was always available when you needed him. But what did the Rams do? Well, Cam Akers just going to go out there and fumble right here. Cooper Kupp, let me just go ahead and fumble right there. Nobody on the offensive line going to block for Stafford. Let me just get sacked right here. My name's Cam Akers. I just need 2 first downs to win the doggone game. Let me put the ball on the ground right here. How? Vin Pafavon said 49ers scored 10 points just from the Packers special teams mistake. A final score, San Francisco 13, Green Bay 10. That's stupid. I agree. 110%. The Rams, Tampa almost came all the way back, and the Rams did everything in their power to make this game more spectacular than it needed to be, dog. When I came down, put 2 on, said A-Rod been going on strike from the Super Bowl since 2010. Ain't that right? Jalen said that they're the first playoff team with 4 fumbles since the 60s. God damn. Golly. Brady looked old in the first half. Now, granted, he got hit in the chin. There were some penalties that a lot of people were complaining about. I said, I don't think it's the right spot to sit over here and talk about penalties left and right, flags being thrown, because when you looked at the replays of all the flags, vast majority of them in that game was warranted. Let's just be honest. Vast majority was warranted. Yo, man, the Rams went down the field on a personal foul and a pass interference. The refs is helping them. No. There's rules for a reason. You can't go out there sticking fingers in people's faces, unless you're Tyreek Hill apparently, but we're going to get to that. You can't stick fingers in people's faces doing all this other shit under the new rules. You can't hold somebody and then when the ref throw the flag, oh, come on, man, refs is over here cheating. No. Sometimes flags need to be thrown. The Bucs was wilding in the first half, dog. They were wilding. D. Goggins put 5 on, said Brady's playoff luck is unmatched. Rams fans had several heart attacks. You ain't wrong about that. Brady does have playoff luck that exists. He got some plot armor. Don't get me wrong. Brady is spectacular. Hall of Fame player. Greatest of all time. I think it's safe to say greatest of all time. I still like to make arguments, but for the most part, greatest of all time. But that brother got a little bit of plot armor that exists there. A lot of things worked in his favor. All right, a lot of things worked in his favor. Did that take anything away from him? Absolutely not. A lot of things worked in his favor. But my God, did the Rams try to do everything they power to let the Bucs come back? I have nothing positive to say about the Bucs outside of that's great gumption, all right? Great determination, great ability to not quit down the stretch. But my God, did Stafford luckily take his head and release himself from the genjutsu that he was caught in. I don't know what he did. I don't know if he cut himself on the sideline, but finally him and Cooper Kupp said, yo, let's just end this shit right here. And then on the final drive, Cooper Kupp was found twice. Huge, magnificent gains to put them in Matt homosexual field goal range to win the doggone game, dog. Jalen said, Sue, that kicked me. To hear that from Sue, I can't even lie. I laughed, dog. When I was watching live, I laughed. I laughed so hard. I'm sitting there like, yo, and Sue is trying to make a case to the referees about somebody kicked him and did him dirty. Like Ndamukong Suh isn't Ndamukong Suh. That's like Vontaze Burfict going to the referees and saying, hey, man, that guy hit me after the whistle. What sympathy are you going to get? And when you look at the replay, you see it's a matter of circumstance for why Stafford's leg extended. Don't get me wrong. If you look at it from if you look at it from a certain angle, it looks like Stafford kicked him. But if you look at Stafford rolling, his legs are already there. He never had an extension. You saw a twitch from the hip to where you saw the foot extend. His leg was already extending as he was rolling. It just so happened to hit Sue on the inner workings of his leg. So he thought he got kicked. That wasn't the case. Man's never had to sit here and start wilding. But he decided to start wilding. But still, in the second half, the Bucs scored 24 unanswered points. Once the Rams went up 27-3, these motherfuckers forgot how to play football. They forgot how to play football. Ridiculous. I don't understand it. How do you turn the football over that many times? All of a sudden, people couldn't catch the football. It looked like the Nerd Lucks came onto the field and sapped their energy. So it was like the Monstars now were gigantic and huge, and they went back to the same size they were at before. It was ridiculous. Javon put 20 on, said, just continuing to show support, but I'm extremely disappointed with the Packers' performance this weekend. You ain't wrong about that. You should be. Oh, there's illuminated light. The matriarchal birth-giving Adonis decide, hey, let me turn on some light here because the sunlight is leaving. I appreciate you. Sometimes there are some maternal instincts that happen to exist there. Other times, there's nothing but abuse. But we ain't talking about that right now. Hunter Thomas said, Sue is like AB, clean at first glance, but it's always there. You ain't wrong about that. Oh, by the way, Antonio Brown was on the I Am Athlete podcast. I don't want to do a part 2 of Antonio Brown, but too many people have DM'd me like, hey, look, Did you hear what AB said? AB was never wrong. AB was right about everything. So I might have to do a part 2. Completely breaking down the absolute genjutsu that people are falling for. 2 people can be wrong at the exact same time. Just because somebody else was supposed to be exposed as wrong does not exonerate somebody for being wrong as well. So we're going to have to probably do another part on AB. But we'll see where that goes, depending on how my voice, messes around and recuperates. Finn put 2 on. Said almost the start of 27-3 meme. You ain't wrong about that. Steven said, love your work, man. Top notch. I appreciate that. Means a lot. But Kamarcus said that I Am Path podcast was pretty good. It was. They kind of messed up losing Fred Channing, and most likely I think Ocho's still gonna be around, but losing Fred and Channing's really gonna hurt them in the long run. And no disrespect to Brandon Marshall, because I love the fact that he's trying to branch out, but sometimes you don't want to take steps away from what got you to where you're at, but that's neither here nor there. Conversation for another time. Tampa Bay messes around and loses, and I'll say this about Brady. If this is his last hurrah, what a hell of a career he's had. What a hell of a career he's had. Because I already know Brady ain't the kind of person to try to do that whole farewell tour. He ain't that dude. He ain't that dude. He would dip and just say, I'm done, go about his business. And I talked about it before a couple streams ago, or maybe it was last stream that I had gone live. I think it was during the Chiefs and the Bills. It's bigger than football, because he's told Giselle since 2016, hey, I'm only gonna play this amount, or I'm gonna play that amount. I'm only gonna play this much amount of seasons remaining, and he's since exceeded that. So he's still got responsibilities outside of football. As much as we would love to see him continue to play, the man's a husband, a father first. So we'll see how things play out for him. But one way or another, wherever the case may be, I can't wait to see what the future holds for him. If he comes back for another season, great. He don't come back for another season, great. Doesn't matter. Sean Payton is up out of here. That's very unfortunate that he decided to say he's taking a step away. What I do think he's actually taking a step away for, probably not, but it's just for the jokes, I would say, is because the Saints is number 1 over the salary cap, right? So I'm pretty sure Sean Payton say, hey, I'll see you guys in 2 years. Y'all figure it out for this year. I'm gonna come back when y'all got some money to pay people. But that'll be something. We'll see how that all plays out. Hoodie Zay said, we don't wish Brady well if he come back. No, but if Brady playing football is kind of like Peyton Manning, Watching those guys play, they're part of the old guard. You don't want to know what the football looks like without them, regardless of the fact that football is going to be in great hands, But that's neither here nor there. The Buccaneers fall. Rams moving on to the NFC Championship. Last but not least, one of the greatest playoff games I ever seen in my life. Buffalo Bills, Kansas City Chiefs. Both defenses need to be slapped, because they was not on the field at all, dog. Both defenses were not on the field at all. Kudos to Josh Allen. That brother played his heart out. But we got to give a huge, huge amount of kudos to Gabriel Davis, because that man played the game of his life. 8 catches, 201 yards, 4 TDs. 4. And you know what's crazy? This game, Stephon Diggs was nowhere to be found. He truly was Doug Trio. He truly was Diglett, because he used Dig and never came out for the attack. He showed up once during the 2-point conversion, and he was back in the ground. 3 catches, 7 yards. Where was Stephon Diggs? I've been looking at milk cartons every single day. I can't find Stephon Diggs. He couldn't get open. He couldn't beat when he was single covered, double covered. This man was nowhere to be found. And thank the Lord for Gabriel Davis stepping up, dog. Because had he not, Josh Allen would have probably had to run for over 100 yards. Honcho for 5 said his Sean Payton next coaching gig would be on the Cowgirls sideline. Most likely. If he doesn't come back to New Orleans, he will be coaching for Dallas. Derek Henry Burner said, damn, I missed the stream. We on the last. You missed a lot, dog. You missed a lot. I am streaming the Rumble this Saturday. He did hit that fan, though. Hey, you ain't wrong about that. Power Ninja, Norman, Well, Norman said his ass was in shambles. Indeed, he was. But he did hit that fan. Buffalo to Billy. Buffalo Billy the Kid, Pafavon said, Bills defense has been hurting since Trey White went down. We need more depth on the O-line and corner. You ain't wrong about that. Losing Trey White was huge. All right, Brian, Pafavon said, ain't gonna lie, I really want to see the Bengals beat the Chiefs this weekend. I don't care who the Bengals face in the Super Bowl. Fair enough. Cass said, Diggs hyped up for nothing. But here's the thing. The respect that the Chiefs have for Diggs also resulted in, are these Chinese candies you just gave me? I don't even know what these are. Sort of foreign candies. What they got written on them? I don't care. I'm going to eat them. But whatever the case may be, the matriarchal seed providing, I should say the matriarchal birth-giving Adonis decided to hand me some of these here foreign candies. So I'm going to see what that ends up being like. Whatever the case may be. All right. Where was I? The respect they showed for Diggs resulted in Gabriel Davis being able to explode the way that he did. Kansas City's corners are in absolute disarray. Absolute disarray. The secondary after Tyrann Mathieu was gone didn't look like they knew what the hell was going on, dog. They was completely confused. Completely confused. They didn't know if they needed to cover. They didn't know what coverage they were supposed to be in. They didn't know if they were supposed to do man-to-man. Some of them ain't know if they had to blitz in the moments that they decided to go and bring somebody. The linebackers couldn't stop nobody. Devin Singletary on the first drive was running up and down the field. Did not make sense. And you know what's funny? I don't know why I understand why the Bills were doing the Josh Allen show because it was very effective. But that opening drive, Devin Singletary picked up first down after first down after first down. He got like 3 first downs that game. And then afterwards, I think he only picked up like 1, maybe 2. That was very confusing. I didn't understand that, why they didn't keep utilizing Singletary. But nevertheless, that's not the reason why they lost. Okay, D. Goggins, Pafavon said, leave it to Buffalo Bills to make history and still lose the game just like those 4 Super Bowls. Buffalo, New York, till the death of me. Hey, you know what's funny? When I went to college, upstate New York in Alfred, it was an hour away from Buffalo. The entirety of upstate New York, Buffalo Bills fans, they live and die the Buffalo Bills, dog. They have some of the probably one of the best fan bases in the league. Honestly, I'd have to say top 5 because of the Bills Mafia jumping through tables and all that other goofy shit. But hey, man, those dudes, they doing their shit out there. But they could have kept giving the football to Singletary and things of that nature. But ultimately, it's their defense that failed them. The people, and I talked about this during the live stream, so I'm not going to have to continually, reiterate it. But the game's never over until it's over. Ice Trade for 5 on said, my Super Bowl predictions are 49ers versus Bengals. Interesting. Chevron Pateno said, missed most of the stream. Just want to drop the usual donation. Much love as always. Been watching you since the MTA rants a few years ago. Keep it up, brother. See you at the top. I appreciate that, and I will see you at the top, brother. But game's never over until it's over, right? Tyreek Hill, for whatever reason, I don't know why they kept leaving Levi Wallace one-on-one with him, the other corners one-on-one with him. They played the first half the right way because they kept a trap on both Kelsey and Hill to where wherever you go, there's 2 guys around. And for whatever reason, the second half happened. The Bills forgot this. Maybe it's because they saw Mahomes start to scramble. Because remember, the first half, I kept saying, if they keep 2 people trapping Hill and Kelsey, Mahomes should use his feet. And Mahomes did. So when the second half started, all of a sudden, the Bills said, let's forget our original game. Rather than force Mahomes to use his legs, he's getting some positive yardage. Let's force him to throw. That goes against your entire game plan. You held Kansas City to 14 points in the first half. They exploded for how much in the second? Well over 20. They ended the game with 42. Why did they change their defensive game plan? I don't understand. I don't get it. Confusing. I don't get it. The Bills, honestly, first half, hold Kansas City to 14 points. They had a missed field goal towards the end of the doggone thing. I think they were doing a good job on defense in the first half. But then they decided, second half, let's get rid of that trap that we had on Kelsey and that trap that we had on Hill. And how'd that work out for you? Terribly. Terribly. Oh, Washington announced their name? Well, there it is. But whatever the case may be, very unfortunate loss for the Bills there. And a lot of people are talking about the overtime rules, right? Here's how I feel about the overtime rules. Should they change it? No. No. You're playing a professional sport. At one point, we've got to stop changing all the rules to favor the offense. If your defense makes a play, it's now sudden death. You force them to kick a field goal, you get the football back. You get yourself a turnover, you have a chance to win the game. There comes a point where your defense got to make a play, bottom line. Oh, but in 11 playoff games since 2010, the only game where the offense, whoever won the toss lost was the Saints in the NFC Championship game a couple of years ago. They're the only ones. You want to know why that happened? What did the Rams defense do? They made a play and intercepted Drew Brees. There comes a point where the defense got to make a play, bottom line. Bottom line. You're playing a professional sport here. How many times do we have to keep, if we keep extending overtime, you know what's going to end up becoming the rule? All right, you have an they score a touchdown. Now you have a chance to go down the field, right? Okay. I go down the field and I score. Now what? Oh, sudden death. The same conversation happens. Let's just say Chiefs scored a touchdown to Kelsey, right? Josh Allen gets a chance to get the football back. Goes down the field, scores a touchdown. Tie game again. Now it's 42-42. Chiefs get the football. They go down the field and they score. Well, if Josh Allen had another chance, the defense got to make a play. You're on the field. It's not just an offensive game. The defense got to make a play. You were up with 13 seconds left to go. Kansas City had 13 seconds left to go. You left Travis Kelce open. You left Tyreek Hill open. The two most dangerous people, outside of Mahomes, of course, on Kansas City's offense. You left them open. Let them march all the way down the field. You already know prevent defense does what? Prevents you from winning. Your defense needs to make a play. You want to know a playoff game that people overlook? St. Louis, Carolina, 2003. They went into double OT. This is back before the overtime rules had changed. So a field goal wins you an overtime game. You know what happened in St. Louis when Carolina went on the road before Steve Smith scored a game-winning touchdown on the first play of double overtime? The entire 15-minute overtime period scoreless. Because the defense showed up. Finn put 5 on us. I can't believe Bengals won with Burrow sacked 9 times. I think that's an NFL record. It is. Well, in a playoff game to win, I think it tied an NFL record. It might be an NFL record, but I believe it tied. There was something that I remember hearing. All right, except for Green Bay for San Francisco, the entire weekend was heart attack for all 4 fans. Indeed, it was. But your defense has to make a play. Remember, thank the Lord, Marvel said, we want the ball, we're going to score. Seattle, Green Bay, 2003. Matt Hasselbeck, we want the ball, we're going to score. Al Harris, suck my dick. Touchdown, pick 6. You've got to make a play. Oh, the rule was changed right after the Saints won the Super Bowl, right? Jago said when your Saints won the Super Bowl, what happened? Overtime, NFC Championship game. No, was it overtime? No, it was the fourth quarter when Brett Favre threw the interception. Whatever the case may be. Overtime, Packers, Giants, 2007. Favre throws an interception. Corey Webster, Lawrence Tyne threw the uprights. Guess who's going to the Super Bowl? Your defense got to make a play. No, Tracy Porter pick 6. No, that was regular season. Regular season. That was the Super Bowl. It was in regulation. But the Tracy Porter interception on Brett Favre, it was the fourth quarter. I don't think it was overtime. I can't remember. Did they go to the overtime in the NFC Championship 2009? I can't remember. Was it overtime? Somebody remind me. Whatever the case may be, your defense got to make a play. We can't keep changing the rules to give the offense an opportunity to respond. Defense wins championships is the old adage, right? So your defense got to step up. You getting beat. Kansas City's defense completely folded. They completely folded. Yeah, Mike Vick's overtime run against was it Minnesota in 2002? I can't remember. No, it was Green Bay. He became the first guy to win in Green Bay. He was the first. That was their first ever playoff loss at home. It was overtime. Oh, well, there it is. It was OT in the NFC. There it is. Favre's interception, OT. There it is. But like, I don't get it. I don't get it. How are we having a conversation about changing these rules to benefit the offense to get another opportunity? Your defense has to make a play, and Buffalo's defense was not on the field. Neither was Kansas City. But with 13 seconds left to go, the touchdown to Gabriel Davis, you saw the Buffalo looks on the sideline. People are smiling. Gabriel Davis and Josh Allen hugging each other like, yeah, I love you, man. Yeah, I love you too, man. Way to come back. Coaches over here, there was one dreadlock dude. This dude like, yeah. Take a look at him on the sideline during overtime as Mahomes is marching down the field. He's standing there like, I showed it in the commentary. There was that one coach. This dude over here smiling, having a grandiose time. They left too much time on the clock. And you know something else that people are overlooking? Kansas City left 4 points on the board. Harrison Butker missed a field goal by a hair, missed an extra point as well. It's 4 points. Let's say those 4 points was never missed. It's a different game. Buffalo had to go for 2 to put them in the situation where they would have had, and ultimately being up by 3, right? If the 4 points is never gone, Buffalo got to go for multiple 2-point conversions. Javon put 20 on. Said Packers lost their first game at home again to the Falcons in 2002. Yeah, so I think in 2002 Vic won how many playoff games? No, because 2004 he went to the NFC Championship. 2002 I think they lost in the divisional. Whatever the case, I have to remember. My mind is kind of blurred right now. Whatever the case is, Butker, having missed 2 field goals, made the clutchest of kicks to tie it up, send it to overtime, and then Mahomes hit Kelsey and they won the game. I do not understand. Now, don't get me wrong. When the lights come on, best players perform, right? But if you're Buffalo, coming into this game, you already know the 2 most dangerous people on the field are Kelsey and Hill. And when Kansas City needed a play, all second half, who made those plays? Kelsey and Hill. All game long. They could not stop them. Well, all second half long. Could not stop them. I said this live on stream. I don't understand why Andy Reid had approved taking Tyreek Hill off of special teams. Why? We got McCole Hardman now. No, fuck that. Tyreek Hill, leave him there at all times. That brother is a weapon. Give him all of the opportunities. But overall, Buffalo should be ashamed of themselves, dog. Josh Allen and the offense take nothing away from them at all. The defense, with 13 seconds left, y'all played prevent. Y'all stood there 10 yards off as Tyreek Hill and Kelsey and other company were lined up in trips. You gave this man, who is arguably the fastest man in the league, a running start to pick up a plethora of yards and allow them, they have 3 timeouts, play the same defense you were playing. Don't line up in prevent and give people free releases. Doesn't make sense. Travis Kelsey, he audibled. He said, forget whatever play we done got called. I'm gonna run and find a seam. Matt Milano dropping into coverage. You looking the other way. Kelsey is the threat. Look at Kelsey. I don't understand. Kendall said Devin Hester did the same thing in reverse. He was a potent wide receiver, he wasn't a potent wide receiver, but a great returner. The Bears screwed themselves because they said, oh, we could take all this speed and make it work on offense. What you should have did was leave him on special teams and then try to work him in on offense, but leave him on special teams. Tyreek Hill's rookie year, he was murking people on special teams, but he was also a weapon on offense. There was a point where this man had 3 straight touches, all turned into touchdowns. One on the ground, one through the air. I think he had 1 carry, took it for like a 40-yard touchdown. Kansas City fans, you guys got a better memory of these games than me. But he took one for like a touchdown, had 1 catch, took it for a touchdown. And it wasn't only in 1 game, but it was over a span where whenever this guy, there was 3 straight times where he had 3 straight touches, all resulted in touchdowns. 1 was special teams, 1 was rushing, 1 was through the air. He developed into becoming this all-pro receiver. But don't take him off special teams. That's just 1 more play. Leave him there. That brother's a problem. McCole Hardman is great in special teams. Tyreek Hill is better. After watching 1 punt return where he making the Bills look silly, leave him back there. Leave him there. Tyreek Hill could be an all-time receiver and returner in 1. In fact, I believe he is. Because in this passing league, as long as he stays on the Chiefs, because Mahomes is under contract until this brother like 35. If Tyreek Hill, he already got his money. Let's say he stays in Kansas City for less. He could be 1,500-yard receiver because all he got to do is catch the ball in space, 1 blocker, touchdown. He could be a 1,500-yard or 15,000-yard receiver for his career and also have 15 special teams touchdowns. He could be the greatest returner of all time if they let that man keep returning. I can guarantee you that. But that's a different conversation. Nest Master said they don't want to get Hill hurt on special teams. I understand. But sometimes it's worth the risk. Sometimes it's worth the risk. Because Tyreek Hill ain't going to lower the shoulder on nobody. He going to try to make somebody miss. You can get hurt at any point in football. You can get hit at any point in football. I would leave that man on special teams. Let him pick up whatever yardage. Stay on the field. Go get it. Take him off special teams when he gets a little bit older. Leave him there in the prime of his health. In the prime of his, career. I say that. When he gets to year 7, 8, then you take him off. But the first 5 years of Tyreek Hill career, he should have never been taken off special teams. But again, that's a different conversation. The Bills defense needed to make a stop. They did not. Overtime rule criers who want to see the rule change, fuck that. Do not change the rule. Keep the rule the way it is. At one point, defenses got to play defense. And guess what? Both these teams' defenses did not show up at all. At all. AB did kick and punt returns. AB was one of the better punt returners in the league. And then ultimately, they took AB off a punt return. They occasionally put him back there like, oh, we need somebody to make an electrifying play. You should have left him there all season, Tomlin. But huge victory in spectacular fashion for the Kansas City Chiefs. I actually had the Buffalo Bills, mess. Oh, no. I think I was 2-2. Yeah, I chose the Buffalo Bills to, I think I chose the Buffalo Bills to beat the Chiefs. Yeah, I think I chose the Buffalo Bills to beat the Chiefs. But I said that one was kind of subject to change. When I went live, and we were watching the game, I think Kansas City probably gonna mess around and pull out this victory. But ultimately, before in my prediction, I did say 2 for 2. I did say Buffalo, so I am 2 for 2. I'm not gonna try. Oh, we're subject to change. I didn't come out and say in the beginning of the game I got the Chiefs winning. So since that's the case, 2 for 2. But whatever the case may be, spectacular fashion for. I got a little bit of integrity, like Antonio Brown says, integrity. We're gonna talk about it when I break it down. But yeah, I chose Bills and Packers. I did say the Bills would be subject to change, but I did not at the start of the stream, mess around and say, hey, I'm feeling towards the Chiefs. Although I did feel that way, but I didn't say it. So I'm not going to be, I changed my pick. If I didn't verbally say it, then I ain't say it. We're going to leave it at that. But that was the divisional round of the playoffs. Tennessee, they found every way to lose. Green Bay, their special teams. And Aaron Rodgers trying to play hero ball and Lazard's inability to step up, that is why they lost. The Rams, they wanted to lose so bad. But then Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford said, whoa, release. They got themselves out of the genjutsu and then ultimately put Matt Homosexual in a situation to win. First off, how the hell does Matt Gay short a 47-yard field goal? How does Matt Gay short a 47-yard field goal in 2022? How the hell did that happen? I'm still bewildered by that. You shorted a 47-yard field goal. 47-yard field goal is long for anybody who's not a kicker. If you're a kicker in 2022, that you can do 47 yards at all times. Everybody's career long is in the 50s, some in the 60s. That was, because when I saw him, like, oh yeah, it's a field goal, it's good. When I saw the referee do this, I'm like, the fuck? If you look at Johnny Hecker, he turned around, yeah! And he looked around like, whoa! What's going on? It's Gemini, put 5 on. Said Derek Mason also took punt and kick return duties in his prime, but we ain't talking about him right now. Hey, Derek Mason was a hell of a football player. He gets overlooked. Edwards said 47-yard field goal is far. It's almost 50 yards. No, it almost is 50 yards. But 47-yard field goal for all kickers in the NFL right now, it's not as far as it used to be. 47-yard field goal, all of these kickers in the NFL can make that in their sleep. Can they make it as consistently most of the time? Some more than others. But 47-yard field goal, you never feel concerned like, oh my God, that's too far. All of them have the leg for it. I think Matt Gay just said, all right, it's a 47-yard field goal. This could be, I don't want to say a chip shot for him, but that man just, out of nowhere, I'm like, whoa. Okay. He seems shocked by it as well. He might have got hurt during the warm-ups. I said somebody say he might have got hurt during the warm-up. I thought it was good. I'm like, all right. And he a Pro Bowl kicker. I was like, okay. All right. He made the game-winning kick, made up for it. Made up for it. But the Rams had to release themselves from the genjutsu they was caught in. And last but not least, Kansas City and Buffalo defenses decided not to play football. But I blame the Bills defense more than I blame the Chiefs defense, because the Bills had the Chiefs at their own 25-yard line with 13 seconds left to go. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. You play prevent defense. I don't get it. I absolutely don't get it. Whatever the case that may be, that was my review of the divisional round. Stay tuned. Friday. We're going to have 3 straight live streams. See, Friday, we're going to talk about our predictions for the conference championship weekend. Saturday, Royal Rumble pay-per-view. And then ultimately Sunday, both conference championship games. I have to make sure I have my voice up to par for that weekend. So there is that. I appreciate you guys tuning in. From myself and the matriarchal birth-giving Adonis, sorting out laundry, we're getting ready to bid you adieu. And of course, the unchiseled Adonis, who called in earlier on the stream. If you guys who are tuned in now, you guys missed out on a hell of an exchange. 7-minute conversation, myself and the unchiseled Adonis conversing about whose ass is supposed to get whipped this Sunday. It was hilarious. Completely unplanned. Had no clue this brother was watching live while he was at work. Whatever the case may be. If you guys did not get a chance to see it, go back and take a look. Ice Trey, for 5 on it. Said people been calling Patrick Mahomes the GOAT since he came into the league. Like, what? Yeah, that's the problem with this generation. Social media generation. People just, like the word GOAT, it got blown out of proportion. GOAT is greatest of all time. There's only one GOAT. There is no multiple greatest. There's only one GOAT. But people start throwing out the word GOAT crazy. But the one thing with Patrick Mahomes, he has the greatest potential we have ever seen at the quarterback position, maybe ever. Because he is not only showcasing, he has the arm talent of Marino and Aaron Rodgers, the ability like Tom Brady and Montana, on a winning team. On a winning team that has pieces in a spot for him to have the same kind of start that Brady had as well. But I've said this once Mahomes had signed that contract. If Kansas City doesn't win at least 2 more Super Bowls within the next 4 years, they're going to get fucked. They're going to get fucked. They have to win at least a total of 2 more Super Bowls from when Mahomes signed that contract, or they're going to get fucked and this entire thing will be a failure. If Kansas City wins a total of 3 Super Bowls overall by the time Mahomes retires, some people will look at it as a failure, but in this 5-year span, it'll be a success. Because you already know Kelsey is probably not going to play when he's 37 years old. Tyreek Hill, I don't know how effective that brother's going to be when he's 33 or whatever. But for right now, they have a win now mentality with guys who are still in their prime. So Kansas City must win at least 2 Super Bowls before 2025 or 2026, or things are going to get really, really, really ugly for them. Okay? People look at Aaron Rodgers, despite the fact that Aaron Rodgers has the Peyton Manning syndrome. When you look at him, you're like, dude, this guy is on a different level. Without all of the accomplishments, you can still make the argument that's the greatest guy to ever play the game. However, because there's another person who has all the fucking championships, Tom Brady, all of the championships in the world, Tom Brady, all of the Super Bowl MVPs in the world, Tom Brady, because this person exists, you now are going to be judged to that metric. If Tom Brady never existed and Peyton Manning still retired with 2 Super Bowls, you can still look at Peyton and say, yo, that dude was better than Montana. Regardless of the fact that Montana had 4-0 in the championship. You have a legitimate argument to say Peyton Manning was the greatest of all time. If Peyton Manning never existed, Aaron Rodgers with 1 Super Bowl, mind you, if Marino had 1 Super Bowl, you could say Marino's the greatest quarterback to have ever played, by the time he retired, of course, and not have motherfuckers like, hey, let me tell you why Marino sucked. They couldn't say that to you. But because Brady's got 7 and keeps winning, now 1 Super Bowl is viewed differently. 2 Super Bowls viewed differently. It ain't easy to win a Super Bowl. It's not. There's like 10 starting quarterbacks. 10. Maybe less. Starr. Greasy has 2, but he didn't really start in one. Starback got 2. Did he start in 71? I can't remember. Bradshaw's got 4. Plunkett's got 2, but Plunkett's not even in that conversation. Marino. Phil Simms got 2, but Hostetler started in the second one. Aikman, Montana. Favre got 1. Brady. Roethlisberger. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Like, it's not easy. It's not easy to win Super Bowls. But now, Eli. How did I forget Eli? Eli and Peyton. Eli and Peyton, both the Mannings. How did I forget the Mannings? Eli and Peyton. So, like, it's not easy to win Super Bowls. But because Brady got 7, no, I'm talking about multiple Super Bowls. Because Brady got 7, 1 Super Bowl is now viewed as nothing. Marino has damn near fallen out of the top 10 for the way they look at quarterbacks. They no longer, now I'm not talking about Super Bowl winning quarterback. I'm talking about multiple times Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. That's why I forgot the Mannings. That's my problem. That's my bad. But Marino has since, like when people talk about top quarterback, Marino got no ring, so he must have been asked. What? I said Bradshaw. I said Bradshaw. So, like, it's crazy. So because of the success of of Brady, now you've got to win damn near 3 and be on a different level. Ain't nobody talk about Aikman. When we talk about greatest quarterbacks of all time, nobody fucking talks about Aikman. Because Aikman is arguably the greatest game manager of all time. Aikman was no scrub, but Aikman played with Emmett. Aikman played with Irving. Aikman played with Larry Allen, Nate Newton, and all that monsters on the offensive line. He was on probably the greatest constructed offensive monster, juggernaut that ever existed with the way that team was constructed. Because arguably, well, I don't even say arguably, I think that's the greatest offensive line of all time. The only team that probably has the argument against them is maybe the Hogs in Washington. But Aikman don't get the credit that he deserved. But when you look at Aikman's numbers and you really watch those games, Aikman wasn't necessarily the driving force for why they always won. But he was a hell of a leader. But now, Rodgers, Breeze, they don't It's different. And today's rules are different. But we all know how the media looks at people. We know how the media and sports fans and how they judge stuff. It's always about what have you done for me lately. When you talk about quarterbacks from the past, you're not as good. Unitas isn't talked about when we talk about greatest quarterbacks of all time. No more. Unitas is gone. You've already seen how the media and sports fans treat Joe Namath. I'm probably the only person who can talk on YouTube and say, hey, Joe Namath was a pretty good quarterback. Take a look at his numbers. He's not that great. They already started with Favre. Look at all the interceptions. Favre ain't as good as he actually is. What? Vin put 2 on and said Brady fucked up every single quarterback stats and views. The same way LeBron did the same shit in the NBA. LeBron will retire 40,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, 10,000 assists plus. He's gone to 8 straight finals, 9 in 10 years. Now, when you talk about player success, you had better make numerous appearances in the finals. Crazy. Ty So said Favre overrated. He never watched Favre in the 90s. This is where we at right now. Sports is fucked up. There are no longer any contexts that exist. The only thing that matters are just your numbers and the amount of championships that's on your fingers, because regardless of how hard it is to win a championship, that shit is deemed moot because you've got one guy who was able to win 7 in the social media age to where you can see everything. Context no longer exists no more. It's crazy out here. It's crazy out here. Gray said they're casuals that watch ESPN and Undisputed or that trash dinner or lost me bum ass. Well, there it is. But unfortunately, that's the way that, sports is going to be right now. Unless, of course, you go back and you really watch those games to get context on what actually happened. You're going to judge it like, hey, man, this guy's ass because he don't got enough championships as this guy or that guy or this guy. So I say all that to say and bring this back home. Mahomes got to win at least 3 championships, or they're going to consider this man garbage. Which is crazy, but think about the way they talk about certain players now. People right now like, hey, man, Aaron Rodgers ain't as good as we thought he was, man. We was just calling this man possibly the greatest of all time. You watch him play football, there is no question in your mind. Aaron Rodgers is a top 5 quarterback talent to have ever played this game. But because of the playoff woes, some his fault, some other stuff not his fault. He's not going to be there. Peyton Manning, soon enough, watch. Motherfuckers going to start forgetting how good Peyton was. It's the way they people judge football. It's just like that. Got Bengals and Rams Super Bowl. Okay. Or said he got Bengals and Rams. Vin put 2 on it. Said Brady fucked up every quarterback stat. OE put 2 on it. Much love. Same with Wilt. He only played against these bums. What? There was only 8 teams in the league. They played against plumbers. Oh, I'm sorry. I played in the league against the best people who was around when I played and dominated them. I guess I suck because people 50 years in the future who played in a much more advanced game with a more advanced sports medicine, and I was born at the wrong time, therefore I suck. All right? That's the way sports is. That's the way it's looked at. The crazy hatter put 2 on. Said, bro, do you forget about the gambler on Ken Stabler? Oh shit, no. Ken Stabler only got Ken Stabler only got 1. He wasn't on the 1980 team, so Ken Stabler only got 1. I was talking about Stabler on Saturday. Was it Saturday or Sunday? One of them. I was talking about Stabler actually. I was bringing up some stuff about Stabler when we were talking about the best quarterbacks of that time. Top 3 quarterbacks of the 70s. Who did I say was number 1? Starback, Bradshaw, Stabler was there of the 70s. But yeah, just Barry Bonds got robbed. He should be in the Hall of Fame. But that's a conversation for other people who are in baseball. So when I came down, put 2 on, said they be calling Wilt trash, saying his number's fake. Just crazy, bro. Watch. When we all get old, the people who you want to know what's going to be, you know what's really going to hit y'all? In 20, and I'm going to leave on this, 20 to 30 20 to 30 years. Yeah, because Wilt died in 99, and now we're in the spot where people forget how good Wilt was, right? Because he's no longer alive. In 20 to 30 years, watch how people talk about Kobe. Watch how people talk about Kobe. They're going to look at his numbers and be like, yo, Kobe missed the most shots all time. Because you already see how the game is going, right? How everything's going analytical. You'll be like, yo, Kobe missed the most shots all time, which he has. He has, I think it's amongst I think it's like the low of all of the stars, his field goal percentage. I forget what the statistic is, but somebody had it, right? They're going to look at his championships and be like, yo, Shaq won 3 finals MVP, so then Kobe got carried. Because this is how people judge it. This is how people judge it. In 20 to 30 years, watch how they talk about Kobe. They're going to talk about Kobe the way motherfuckers is talking about Wilt right now. They're going to talk about Kobe the same way motherfuckers talk about Wilt right now. And it's fucked up to talk about because it's literally 2 years to the day when Kobe passed. Watch how the fuck they're going to talk about Kobe. They're going to do that. They're going to make it seem like Kobe was garbage. Watch. Because people don't care about context. People don't care about the history of the game. They only look at stats, and that's supposed to determine how good somebody was. Watch. Watch. They're going to be like, yo, Kobe not that good because he didn't have no moves. All he did was copy MJ. Like it was fucking easy to copy MJ. Watch. Watch. 2042 haters going to be cold-blooded. You ain't wrong. Watch. Watch. And it's all facts. You could come, as long as YouTube don't get deleted, come back in 20 years, tell me I'm a liar. I might not be here. But might be like Magic Johnson. I'm not going to be here. Matter of fact, I shouldn't say I'm going to be like Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson got AIDS. Well, not full-blown AIDS, but that brother got HIV. I don't want to be like, I'm going to be like Magic Johnson. What's going on with your blood? It's contaminated. That's a conversation for a different day. Queen Aki put 2 on and said, number 1 defense should have been able to make a stop in 13 seconds in OT for me to feel like sudden death. It's get a stop, score, or go home type situation. You're absolutely correct about that. You're absolutely correct about that. And OJ, yeah, that play call from Todd Bowles, all out blitz, fucking stupid. I didn't say it when I was talking about the Rams and Bucks, but that was so goddamn stupid, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. New Root Stomp, Patuan said, do I agree that Mahomes versus Allen is a new Manning and Brady? They got more time to go until they can solidify themselves there. So, but from right now, it looks like it could be. Javon put 20 on it, said Tarkenton was good in the 70s too. Ooh, yeah, that's right. Tarkenton was. Shit. Tarkenton was good in the 70s. He was good in the 70s. Would I put Tarkenton over Stabler? Because I can't put him over Terry. Although Tarkenton had better numbers than Terry. But would I put Tarkenton over Stabler? I think I would tie him with Stabler because I can't not have Stabler in the top 3. We'd have to do a top 5 then. But I still have Starback as number 1. But whatever the case may be, then we'd have to slide in the 70s. Best quarterback in the 70s. So who else was there in the 70s? The Tarkenton. It wouldn't be Greasy. Son of a bitch. Back in the 70s. I'm gonna remember. But yeah. But yeah, they're gonna do people dirty. Yeah, Snake got the wins. I mean, the Oakland Raiders was in the goddamn AFC Championship damn near every year. I think I would be boy. I would put Stabler over Tarkenton in the 70s. Quarterback. Dan Fouts was more early 80s, wasn't it? Or was it 70s? Dan Fouts was more early 80s. He had more prolific numbers in the early 80s when he really got with Air Coryell. I thought, jeez, Fouts in there. No, Star, no. Star, no. Star's more 60s than 70s. Want to go Dawson? Kidner. Who said John Kidner? John Kidner. John Kidner was still playing in 2005. Damn, they done did Kidner dirty. They put that brother in black and white. Say, hey man, how old were you in 2005? I was like 32. Nah, you were 60. You were 60, pussy. Whatever the damn, Jose done naming all. Hey, Jose naming all the Lions quarterback. He said Joey Harrington. Somebody block him before he say Matthew Stafford. He's saying all the he gonna say Dan Orlovsky next. Yeah, Earl Morrall had like a 20-year career. I think Earl Morrall got 3 rings. I think he got 3 rings. He was on that. No. Is it Earl Morrall who has 3 rings? It might be Earl Morrall who has 3 rings. He lost in '68 with the Colts. I think he won 3 in a row. Yeah, I think Earl Morrall might have won. No. I think Earl Morrall run 3 and 4 years. I think he was on that Colts team in Super Bowl 5, and then he backed up Greasy on the Dolphins. If I'm not, I think Earl Morrall got 3, right? And he started in one of the Super Bowls. I think it was 72, 73. No, he started 72 year, and then Greasy came back. Whatever the case may be, I gotta remember. Yeah, he got 3, right? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so you see, I know my football, but whatever the case may be, I gotta get the fuck up out of here. But yeah. See, Jose bringing up all the goddamn lines. But yeah, shit fucked up, dog. Shit fucked up. But some guy put 5 on it. Said Drew Brees had at least half of the passing records a year ago, and because he only has 1 ring, people gonna mess around. Gonna mess around and forget in some years. They will. OE put 5 on it. Said that's the same with CP3. People already undermining his greatness because of Steph. Correct. Think about John Stockton. People look at Stockton and be like, yeah, Stockton ain't that good. Look at Malone, Charles Barkley. People watch Barkley on TNT and make it seem like TNT, or I should say like Barkley, was garbage. Some guy put 2 on, said Tom Tuber. That man was a punter. They make it seem like ringless people is garbage. The disrespect in sports, it needs to stop. Where's Owen Hart when you need him? Well, he did. But the bullshit has got to stop. It's crazy out here. These people wake up, they play 2K, they play Madden, they play the video games, and they disrespect the greats. And I have had enough of the disrespect. I'm going to hell. Shouldn't have said that about Owen Hart. But one way or another, I'm going to see you guys. See y'all. I got to figure out what video I'm going to fuck around and post tomorrow. I'm probably going to do an MMA, something for something. But I want to see when I can do this AB reaction, depending on how my voice ends up panning out. But we're going to see. But one way or another, I'm going to go drink myself some tea before I mess around and lose my doggone voice. I'm going to catch y'all on the flip. Mama Adonis done went upstairs. She is 98 years old, so since that's the case, she probably going to go somewhere, go to sleep. But yeah, I'll catch you guys on the flip. I appreciate you guys tuning out. And where is somebody got to play us out. Somebody gonna play us out. Well, luckily there's a Pokemon that's always around when I need somebody to make a disappearance. So we'll call on the powers of Squirtle. Take us out of here.
Who's that Pokemon? It's Squirtle!
Squirtle.